What's going on, guys? Welcome to a noob's guide on Scurrius. Scurrius is probably going to be one of the first bosses you try and take down if you're a new player, and lately there has been a pretty big influx of new players coming in from WoW and just people taking interest in the game. Now, I wanted to do an Iron Man kind of new player friendly guide on how to take on this boss. Last video I made was a long time ago, and this is not actually the same account. This is my Iron Man account. No, thank you, mysterious old man. Not right now. Obviously, my stats are going quite high compared to what you're going to be taking on this boss with. But the gear I'm using is going to be fairly low level. This is what I've got. Trying to maximize prayer bonus and strength. Helm of Neitiznot you acquire from a quest. It's got good strength bonus, so if I take it off, you can see it's +3 strength. Amulet of power is +6. Hardy cloak is for the prayer bonus. Any blessing which you can get from doing, I believe it's the current diary, is good. Rune gloves you get from doing quests. Climbing boots you get from doing quests. Explorer's ring, you don't need the elite one, comes from the Lumbridge diary. Proselyte or initiate is good, or even monk robes is alright. And your weapon of choice. If you have a dragon scimitar, it is better. I'm just using a dragon longsword because, yeah, I didn't actually have a dragon scimitar in my bank, and this is something that I had, so let's give it a go. Dragon Defender is quite a long grind. What you could do is just get a prayer book or a shield if you have quite low defense. But Scurrius, if you do it correctly, shouldn't actually damage you if you pray correctly. In my inventory, I've got some darts with the Ava's Assembler, but the accumulator or the attractor is fine. This is just to kill the spawns. I also brought a dragon dagger. This is a spec weapon. I have a super strength, a super attack, but this can just be a normal attack and strength pot. A few prayer potions. As I say, so I'm looking to maximize my prayer bonus so that I don't use as many of these, as these are the most expensive thing to maintain. And just some food. This holy wrench is pretty good as well because it increases the amount of prayer you get per dose. Fire runes and nature runes to cast high alch or even low alch. The rest is just food. You can also bring an emergency teleport. I did forget one, but I think I should be fine. Another good thing to set up with this would be key bindings. If you're using Runelight, go to key remapping. In here, you can remap the F keys. Really, you only need 2 right now. You need 1 for your inventory and then 1 for your prayer. Just so that you don't actually have to click the icon to change your prayer. All of this stuff is fairly accessible, doesn't cost too much, and if you want to start to get to know the mechanics, feel free to downgrade or upgrade. Remember, if you are going to do this, try and maximize prayer. Alright, let's actually get into the boss fight. So firstly, there are 2 options here. You have climb through normal, climb through private. If you climb through normal and it is just you, the boss has like 1500 health points. You don't want that. So climb through private. If you really don't want to do like public things, if you're an Iron Man, just shift, right click, swap left click, climb through private. I'm going to take a super strength, a super attack. Future me right now, there was a couple of things I forgot to mention. One being that if you do want to take on Scurrius, I would highly recommend at least 40 free prayer because that is what you need for protect from melee and all of the ones below that. I'm going to put a list of the quest requirements for the gear that I do have on while I am taking on the boss. That will be in the description of this video. Thanks, back to it. And we're going in. It's the start of the fight, so he's going to be attacking with melee to begin with. Now, if you do have any like offensive prayers, feel free to turn them on. In my case, I've got piety, but you will most likely just have like super strength and steel skin. In piety, I turn on my spec. You can turn on your spec here as well in the menu, but I actually quite like the orb. And then just attack him. Attack again. Watch out for the falling rubble. And attack again. They changed how prayer works with this boss. It used to be that when he made the animation, that's when you had to switch prayers. But with Scurrius, it is actually when the projectile hits you, which is a lot nicer and a lot more intuitive. So now I switch to mage and it splashes. 0 damage. It's still mage. Easy enough. Now, as soon as he starts moving again, I want to switch to melee because he will just spin and rattle you. He also drops quite a lot of food. And every 7 minutes or so, you can actually eat from this food pile, which will heal you to full. So that's why you want to maximize prayer. I lost quite a lot of health there, but now I'm back at pretty much full. Protect from melee, attack the boss, and just take it step by step. Relax. You will start to get the feel of the mechanics. Rubble's coming down. I'm just going to hit the boss. Move out the way, hit the boss. Okay, he's going to heal, which means he's going to do either range or mage. Or spawn. Okay, here come the minions. Protect melee. He's going to attack me. Change to my range. Throw the dart. And I'm back on the boss. Scurrius is quite forgiving. Nope. I think he max hits like 12, so unless your health is very low, he's not likely going to one-shot you. So, worst case scenario, he tail whips you, rubble falls on top of you, all of the small rats like stack you out and you lose like 40 health. Okay, here come the minions. I'm going to move away from Scurrius because he's going to heal anyway. This is a good way to avoid damage. Now he's going to go back to melee, so I'm going to switch my prayer to melee and back on the boss. Range. Mage. Range. Melee. See how quick that is? Okay, this is this enraged phase, so he's going to be doing quite a lot. So you need to pray, you need to avoid the rubble, and you're most likely going to need to kill a lot. This is where game sounds also come in quite handy. If you have the settings on the sound effects, you can actually hear the difference between the mage and the range. Range. So even if I'm standing all the way over here and don't see, that's magic. That's range. That's magic. That's range. That's range. And that's magic. So you can do it by sound, which is a bit more intuitive and easier to respond to. Okay, straight from minions to more minions. All of the mechanics at Scurrius help with later game stuff. Now for Scurrius, the drop you're looking for, especially if you're a new player, firstly, you're going to get lots of weapon and armor. These are good alchables or upgrades. You get food drops, you get prayer pots, GP, but the important one you're looking for in the beginning is going to be this one, the Scurrius Spine. With the Scurrius Spine, you can make the Bone Mace, the Bone Shortbow, or the Bone Staff. The Bone Mace adds 10 damage to the player's maximal hit. which is crazy. But not only that, you can also one tick all of the minions, which I'm going to show you. Alright, here are the minions. Now, if I attack one, I just keep clicking the others and they die. Look at all those dopamine hits coming in. I'm also deleting the boss. Some more minions. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the boss is dead. That was incredibly quick. Anyway, that was my quick guide on the Rat King. I hope all the new players who are coming in and trying out this boss enjoy it. It's a fairly new addition, but it really does introduce you well to the later on mechanics. Changing prayer, managing inventory, switches. Also the fact that he is located in Varrock's sewers, so here, means he is very accessible. Anyway, that was it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please like the video, and I will see you next time.